What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another video. It's so great to see all of your beautiful faces coming in, finding out what I'm cooking up today. So super special, it's part 2 to my Italian meatball recipe, and here's a look of the red sauce. So you can see bits of basil there, texture. I didn't blend it up completely smooth, and that's just gonna make just a world of a difference. I mean, if you have smooth or chunky, it's not really that much of a big deal, but it's super tasty and it's so easy to make because we got our protein ready, we got our sauce ready, and the only thing that we need to do is get any spaghetti that you have onto boil. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the video. The longest part of this recipe is the pasta. So we're gonna get that on first, boiling water and salt. You're gonna make it salty like the ocean. A high quality pasta goes a long way, especially with simple meals like this, but feel free to use whatever you have. Give it a swirl. Drop that. And this is 13 minutes to cook. We'll cook it 1 minute less than package instructions. I've got a little pan here. It's not preheated or anything because I'm gonna add maybe like 2-3 tablespoons of red sauce in, and that will just take its time to heat up. I'm only doing one portion for myself today. I'm adding however many meatballs I feel like. They're quite filling, so don't be fooled by their size, you know. Maybe one more. This is one of the best ways to heat up some meatballs or any leftovers that you have. Just let it come up naturally. This is just going to trickle away on low heat. The pasta's got about 10 minutes left, so by the time the pasta's done, this should be done too. The sauce will do all the work. The meatballs will slightly heat up. You don't need to worry about much. And I mean, feel free to do this in a pot if you're feeding a family, or a bigger pan if you're feeding a couple extra people. Pasta's done. Just take a measuring jug, dunk it right in, get about 3/4 of a cup, even half a cup of pasta water, depending how many people you're cooking for as well, eh? Into a colander and give it a rinse with some cold water. We have our meatballs, we have our red now. As you can see, the red's kind of thickened up, looking a little bit drier. All good. You add some of that pasta water in, and it's going to create a velvety sauce when we go around and mix it around. Smooth, delicious, velvety, glistening, gleaming, shining. And then we're going to leave this on medium heat until the insides of our meatballs are cooked. So that will take anywhere between another 2 minutes, like I'll say max. It depends how fast you're cooking it, but it's already been heating up, you know. And it truly depends like how saucy you want it to. So I know a lot of people like saucy. Feel free to add more red sauce, and feel free to add more water. It just depends on your preference. Like for me right now, I'm gonna add another tablespoon in, and that's not gonna take that long to heat up with the rest of the sauce. A little bit of that, a little bit more pasta water, and we're really getting into the money now. I like to use one of the meatballs to kind of stir anything that I've included around. Go in with your spaghetti, and now all we gotta do is combine the spaghetti in the sauce. Remember how I said I'm going to cook the pasta 1 minute less than package instructions? All that it needs in the pan is to warm up for a minute, and then we're ready to eat. Like, look at that saucy, delicious pasta. It's time to plate it up. Nice white plate. Spaghetti on next. Make it nice and high if you're about that presentation life. And then the meatballs can just go all around like we're serenading the pasta. If you're ever struggling for presentation or anything like that, my tip to you is just make a story about it in your head. Like, just make up some random shit, you know? I was gonna put one up top, but I was like, nah, that's a bit too cliche, you know? So we got 1 and 2 all around. Make sure you get some of those chunks as well. If you have like excess like little tomatoes here and there, that makes a massive difference. I really went all out with my red sauce, so I've got some fresh basil as well, like within the sauce. Finish off with some Parmesan cheese if you like that. Just gives a bit of funk. I see on social media and everything, everyone goes a little bit too crazy with the Parm cheese. And I'm guilty of doing that myself. It's just an extra. It's not meant to be the main character. It's just there for an added boost. Like Italian MSG. If you really want to make this like a date night recipe, fresh herbs make the biggest difference. Like, look at the difference. Oh my god. The vibrancy that it brings, the feel is just completely different. It's a lot more sensual. Oh, it smells incredible. I can't wait to dig in. Woo! Okay, my beautiful babies. Oh wait, I need to actually let you have a peep of this, because everything that I just said about date, sensuality, you should be able to feel it from more of this perspective. Like, that green makes one hell of a difference. The grated Parmesan cheese, everything. Like, I'm actually so excited and so stoked that I get to share this recipe with you. Not only is it delicious, it just gets you in the mood. And whatever mood that you may be feeling, it'll make it better. So it's a mood enhancer. Yum, 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 and yum. I'm gonna go for like a hearty pasta and a bit of the meatball too. How are we looking? Not looking too shabby for the first bite, eh? Shout out to everyone watching the content. You know, I'm always banging out videos left, right, and center. It's so great to see more traction, more love, and more engagement on something that I'm working so hard to do. So for everyone supporting, liking, sharing, subbing, commenting, you guys are my favorite, okay? This bite is for each and every single one of you, and I love you so much. Mmm. 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 Yum. Yum. Mmm. Yum, 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 yum. Frying those meatballs off makes a hell of a difference, I'm telling you right now. You get the caramelization, you get, you know, like a bit of rich, even smoky taste. Oh, so good. And for like a family weeknight meal, perfect. Your kids complaining about Bolognese? Make them into little meteors, and these kids, I'm telling you right now, they will go feral. So I got a meatball, some chunky tomato, and obviously the super long pasta. A little bit of basil. Man, I love everything aromatic. It doesn't have to be like fresh this, fresh that. I mean, I made this with a reduced mince. Even the pasta and a little bit of basil, it's just not just for show, okay? Don't get it twisted. And the Parmesan cheese is not overwhelming, it's just enough to add that boost. And this is such a good recipe if you decide to make pizzas or red sauce or anything like that, and you're like, oh, like, that's so annoying, so much work or whatever. Get yourself some containers. Like, this is like a sour cream container. You can use those 2-liter ice cream containers as well. Bro, chuck them in the freezer, and it's just like part of like meal prep, you know? It doesn't have to be super complicated. Like I said, everything, when you make it simple, life is good. But I'm telling you right now, with the egg, with the breadcrumbs, they don't make that much of a difference. Like, you still get super meaty, hearty beef taste. Yeah. It's so good. I still have 3/4 of my plate to go. I'm gonna leave it all right there. I need to sit down and enjoy the fuck out of myself. So, if you like the content, make sure to like it up. Comment down below whatever you like, whatever you don't like, whatever you want to see next. Sub up and share to all your friends, okay? This recipe right here is such a good switch up from the Bolognese to something that's as well cheap and affordable. So don't sleep on the recipe like I'm not sleeping on you guys. So I'll see you all in the next one.